Nintendo Wars!
Greetings and salutations, gamers. It is I, the esteemed Jordan B Peterson, and this is Nintendo Wars. Oh, and little baby Ben Shapiro is here too.
Do not, I repeat, do not call me a baby. Just because I love Nintendo more than anything on planet Earth, that does not make me a baby. If we were to adhere to that logic, then you, yourself, would also be a baby. So, are you? Are you a baby, Mr. Peterson?
No, I am not a baby. I am an adult man. A fully grown adult man with one of the cleanest and most well-organized rooms in the entire world. The only guys with neater rooms than me are Japanese guys. And that's only because they benefit from a distinct evolutionary advantage. They've been bred to have clean rooms for generations. You, on the other hand, are clearly a baby because of how defensive you became when I called you a baby.
You are the one being defensive.
That's exactly the sort of thing a baby would say. But listen, let's move on. If it makes you feel any better, the fans love the intro you made. Personally, I feel like it perfectly encapsulates everything that Nintendo Wars is all about.
I actually received tens of thousands of private messages telling me how fantastic the intro is. Things like, hey Ben, that was a great intro. Or, hey Ben, that was a cool intro. Also, your sister has some big honking boobers. Everyone loves the show. I've been hearing people call us the Sopranos of Nintendo-themed podcasts.
While I do agree that our show is of comparable quality to that of the HBO smash hit series The Sopranos, I feel a more apt comparison would be the AMC smash hit series Breaking Bad. You and I possess a very Walt and Jesse sort of dynamic, only I am much more evil and manipulative than Walter White could ever be, and I possess an excellent head of hair.
Your hairline is indeed quite nice, but it pales in comparison to my own, and I agree that we are basically the Breaking Bad of podcasts. Only instead of cooking meth, we cook up an excellent and entertaining show. It's so good that your nervous system becomes so flooded with dopamine that you'll think you actually are, in fact, on meth.
I actually am on meth, right this moment. But only because this is a very special occasion. Nintendo Wars is welcoming its second ever guest onto the podcast.
This is literally the second episode, and I was there for the first episode. There was no guest. I was there. Logically speaking, there cannot be a second guest if there was no first guest.
The first guest was God. He is a guest in every aspect of my life, and I welcome him with open arms. Without God, there would be no Nintendo. And without Nintendo, there would be no Nintendo Wars.
I see. I retract my former statements.
Anyway, our guest today is a very special guy. He's an old pal of mine. He's a billionaire. In fact, I think he might have even invented the word billionaire. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, my old pal Bill the billionaire.
Hey, it's me, your old pal Bill the billionaire. I just want to start off by saying that I am fully addicted to meth as well as Nintendo Wars. And I'm glad to be here on the show so that I can receive a supersized dose of you two directly into my veins. I also want to make it clear to the audience that both of you are, you're both babies. If you want to be big boys, then you got to get an Xbox. It's just that simple.
The esteemed Jordan B Peterson would never own an Xbox. Not in a million years.
Jordan, do not let this troglodyte troll bait you. He's just as much of a Nintendo baby as you and I. I just watched his AMA with Elon Musk where he openly admits to having caught every single Pokemon. He even said his favorite was Jinx because it reminds him of his first girlfriend. It's true. It's literally on video.
While it is true that I have, in fact, captured every single Pokemon, and it is also true that Jinx bears a striking resemblance to my first true love, it is not true that I am a Nintendo baby. Do I love Nintendo? Yes. Do I personally know Miyamoto? Yes. Does he refer to me as Bill San? Yes, he does. But I also own an Xbox, and I play grown-up games on it via Xbox Game Pass for the low price of just $30 a month. Great games like Monopoly and Halo and Monopoly. Maybe if you guys had Xboxes, then you might also have your first girlfriend that may or may not resemble a Pokemon. I bet you guys are virgins.
Hold on. Wait a gosh dang minute. Did you just say that you've caught every single Pokemon? How do you have the bloody time for that? There's so many Pokemon.
Well, have you ever heard the saying that time is money? Well, think about it like this. If time is money, then money is also time. And if I have billions of dollars, then therefore I also have billions of time, and I use that time to battle and capture Pokemon.
Wow. That is some extremely solid logic. Do you have any shiny Pokemon? Who am I kidding? Statistically speaking, if you have captured every single Pokemon, then it is extremely unlikely that you have not acquired at least one shiny. Jordan and I are actually racing right now to see who can be the first to get a shiny starter Pokemon in Fire Red and Leaf Green. We are 220 hours in so far, and still no luck.
I knew it. I knew that you guys were virgins. Actively hunting for shiny Pokemon is the most autistic thing a man can do. The second you even utter the word shiny Pokemon out loud, you should automatically be tested. But I will say that I just so happen to actually have the shiny version of every single Pokemon. Not that I even wanted them or anything. I'm just that lucky. That's why I'm a Chad, and you guys are Chuds.
Bill, are you seriously going to call us autistic when I've never seen you wear anything but that exact same sweater all the time? Is that the same sweater, or do you just buy a new one every day?
Don't be ridiculous. I buy them in bulk, by the thousands, and just put on a new one every day. That's not autism. It's called having style. Having a preference is not autistic.
No, it's not. And my personal preference is to collect shiny Pokemon over talking to women. Shiny Pokemon meet all of my needs. They never talk back to me, they don't insult me, and they don't take forever to get ready. I just throw the ball and they are ready to battle. Women are never ready to battle.
Bill, I think you're being a bit harsh. You shouldn't be going around calling people virgins. You might hurt their feelings. And you yourself were a virgin once.
Yeah, but that was 5 years ago. Now I'm a Chad. But you're right. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, no matter how poor they are compared to me. Hey, did you guys ever play Pokemon Pinball? I just started playing it last weekend. I've already got 2,000 hours in it. It's awesome.
No, but I've actually played every single pinball video game in existence except that one. I love pinball, and I love Pokemon, but the two together just didn't seem like a fit for me. Like, I enjoy bacon, and I also enjoy peanut butter, but the thought of the two together makes me want to puke my guts out.
Oh, really? You're missing out. The pinballs are actually Pokeballs. It's a match made in heaven.
Oh, wow. That does sound quite heavenly. You know what else was a match made in heaven? Sonic Spinball. Sonic the Hedgehog and Pinball together at last. I love Sonic so much. He's just so freaking fast.
Look, you can't claim you aren't autistic and then openly declare your love for Sonic the Hedgehog.
You are blatantly misrepresenting my argument. I never claimed I was not autistic. My point was simply that you have no room to talk, as you, yourself, are very clearly autistic as well.
I am not. I am not autistic. Ree!
Gentlemen, please. There's an old saying that when two Zen masters meet on the road, they need no introduction. Look, what I'm saying is that you're both clearly touched by the tism and recognize it in one another. There's no need to harp on it. Bill, did you ever play Pokemon Snap? If there's one thing I love more than capturing Pokemon, it's capturing pictures of Pokemon.
I did actually play it, and I hated it. It was way too hard, and Professor Oak was way too critical of my photography skills.
That's ridiculous. Pokemon Snap is one of, if not the single best Pokemon game ever produced. Not only that, the game is literally for babies. A literal baby could play that game to its completion. I know this for a fact because I did so when I myself was just a baby. I snapped pictures of every single Pokemon in the game in just one afternoon, and then I looked up at my parents and uttered my very first words. Do you know what I said? I said, goo goo gaga. That's a true story.
My first word was lobster.
Mine was billionaire, a real self-fulfilling prophecy. Well, guys, this was a very riveting and productive conversation, but I must be going. I have a hot date later tonight with a beautiful Chinese human female, and I have to go put on a clean sweater. This was fun. We should do this again sometime. Maybe I should just be a permanent member of the show. That's actually a really good idea.
No. The established Nintendo Wars format is a two-man operation. I play the role of the straight man, and Jordan plays the role of the gay man.
That's not our dynamic at all. I'm the straight man, and you are the wacky, effeminate sidekick. Everyone knows that.
Well, maybe you could have two wacky, effeminate sidekicks. That could be fun. At the very least, allow me to make a suggestion. Look, the name Nintendo Wars is a great name. It really is. But what if you spelled it with two Z's instead of just one? Two is better than one. That's just basic math.
That's actually a really good idea.
It is not a good idea. It's a terrible idea. If anything, we need to go back to spelling it with an S for the algorithm.
That is true. Search engine optimization is a crucial component to any good podcast.
Okay, but what if we spelled it with 2 S's? That could work.
No.
Aw, come on.
No.
What if I gave you guys $1 billion? Then could I at least be on the show like just once in a while?
You got yourself a deal, bucko. Welcome aboard, executive producer Bill the Billionaire. But we got to go right now. Ben and I have the next 7 hours blocked off to continue restarting our Pokemon games until we get a shiny. Once I acquire a shiny Bulbasaur, then I can finally enjoy the game. This has been another wonderful episode of Nintendo Wars. Have a great day. I love you all, especially you. Yes, I can see you. Goodbye.